Hey, Phil from Got Memories here. In this video, I'm going to be showing you video 8 and high 8 in PAL format, P-A-L. There's various versions of PAL, PAL M, PAL N. It goes on and on. So CCAM, NTSC, these are all the worldwide video formats from the 1940s up to the 80s, 90s, 2000s. So if you have, the worldwide map, usually surrounding colonial powers back in post-World War II, they all set up their own television standards. So if you, like this particular job here is from Pakistan. So it is coming through, if you're playing your videotapes, it's looking color here, but this is what you get in, or you get in a scrambled mess. It's because you're trying to run your videotapes in US format stuff. European is PAL, CCAM is French. It's very confusing, especially if you are younger generation, don't understand any of this. I get a lot of people that are like, hey, I'm trying to play my videotapes and, I'm like, okay, where did you grow up? I grew up in India. Okay, so you've got PAL tapes, trying to play them on a NTSC player. So right here, look, PAL. This is PAL right here. It's coming through color, but it's coming through like this in the video, okay? So black and white. Now, this is something that a lot of companies don't even check for. It's scrambled, and they go, your tapes are screwed up because these companies are crap, okay? Anybody in this industry that doesn't know this, like, you do not hand them your stuff. Oh, for fuck's sake. All of these tapes that came from Pakistan, they are like filthy, okay? I've had to clean them. These were the cases they came in. So typically from those regions of the world, in air conditioning, all that kind of stuff, not very hot and humid climates, and typically weren't stored well. And I say that for America as well. Hot and humid, the vast majority of people have left their stuff in garages, attics, zero common sense when they should know better. Here in the States, air conditioning is mainstream for the last God knows how many years. And, still people are like, I'm going to put my stuff in the attic. Okay, great. Oh, see, this is the problem with these tapes, these players, they're all going to shit. Okay, so that wasn't part of the video here. This is all part of live demonstrations here on YouTube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewind this in a rewinder. This was rewound for the sake of the video to get going. Let's see here, stand by, because this is all live. Do not tune away, because you will get to experience firsthand point of view how much of a pain in the ass all of this is in 2024 and beyond now if you're watching this years later. Okay, so if you run this through NTSC stuff, you're going to need worldwide video like this here. You're going to need a conversion, either a deck, or you're going to need a conversion box, okay, like this. PAL, NTSC, you can flip it back and forth. But I'm using all of those right now. So for demonstration purposes, you saw what it looks like, black and white. You can see it right here. There's a bar here, it's black and white. So if I do this, right? And for all the trolls out there, they're like, oh, composite, oh, you should be doing this. This is all about economics. I'm sick of the comments and people not understanding what it takes to run a business and do this consumer-friendly pricing without giving people back terabytes of unusable raw footage. This is going to be going up on people's cloud services, on their phones. This is the mainstream across the board. The main important thing is having clean players, clean operable players that work, okay? So disregard all this mess back here, because I know it gets hectic here. So I have taken that feed from the camera into importing, okay? Now I'm going to take this out, and let me think about this for a second here, because it does get a little confusing. Sometimes, okay, I'm going to check this really quickly, because sometimes this happens. What I'm doing here is then running the feed through this machine, which is a VCR. It does change all of the formats. See, look, you've got all of the different worldwide formats here. NTSC, PAL, CCAM, PAL M, and PAL N. Okay, these are all different countries in the world that It's all specific. So if you did have parents or family members, or you grew up in another country and you now live in the US or wherever you are in the world and things aren't quite adding up, you go, wait a minute, where was the camera purchase? Okay, that's a good sign because it's coming through blue. Sometimes with Elgato, it will actually convert it. So, please. Here we go. Come on, come on. Yes. Why is there no audio? All right. Oh, see, look, this is all from... There's an issue with the tape. That's systemic. But I'll tell you what, for the state that the tapes are in, this is pretty good. And sometimes at the beginning of the videotape, it will kind of like unkink itself and work itself out. All of the magnetic particles have just been, the tape is sticky. That's the main thing. There's no sticky shed syndrome with that, which is a whole nother subject. You can look in the channel for sticky shed syndrome. That's when the tape snaps. When the back end of the tape and the top of the tape stick together and it just peels like oh God, like packing tape. Okay, so I'm gonna pop this tape in now. I'm gonna move on to this tape. Let's have a look here. What number is this? Okay. And this is 10 or is this 12? 12. Okay, got to keep things organized with tape numbers and stuff. And then, why is this ejecting this? Oh, fuck. Okay, so what has happened here is the tape has come off of the spool. It's rewound, and now the tape is in here, and this needs to be... Look, gone. Any company that's doing this, they're going to slap a sticker on it and go, yeah, not today, thanks very much, but we're keeping your money. Okay, so what needs to happen here is this needs to be unscrewed, all the springs and all the shit that's inside of it. What I do in these cases is, and it's got stuff written on it, I've got to transplant this onto a full-size VHS tape. I've got other videos on that. It is a giant pain in the ass. The theme here is everything is a pain in the ass. All right, we're moving on. That, oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, is this one good? Ooh, see, look at this. What sometimes you have to do with video 8 tapes is exercise them, move them back and forth, back and forth. All this kinking, this is where it's been basically just sat for decades. Come on. This is a multi-standard VCR. Why isn't this working? Oh, here we go. All right, and I have cleaned the exterior and the interior of these tapes. I do not put any of this crap in my players without either running through the videotape cleaner, or I've got this cleaner here, which I've got to open them up and all that kind of stuff, and it's just a giant pain in the ass once again. So, okay, got Digital 8 here, hopefully. Digital 8, got more videos on Digital 8 about what a pain in the ass that is. Okay, that pixelated out on the previous capture. That's still going good. This is coming through good. That's coming through. Oh, what the hell's going on here? I mean, I'm really, really impressed with this job from Pakistan that I've managed to get to come out looking this clear when the cases are like, oh, did that just die or did it? No. All right, so one thing you got to know with these VHS-C tapes, they do run about 30 minutes. So if it ends, you just crop it and then stop it from rewinding, because the less wear and tear on these players. You can see kind of the day I've had here with just all the crap and clutter and all this, the screws, the chamois tips, cleaning the video heads constantly, because these things are constantly clogging the video heads. Keeping track of all of the media, put stickers on everything to make sure. I mean, I can just feel the grossness, just these tapes right here. My hands have just been black, just touching the outsides of these things. And this is more common than not. So now, why are there two 10 files? That's 1 second. So I just call it okay. I can see in the corner of my eye, this tape is going to shit over here. Yep, look at this. Okay, so live, here we go. So this is either the videotape or the video heads. So you are watching this live right here. I've got to stop this. This is why all these companies don't have any, see, look, it was fine. And I caught it in the corner of my eye and then boom, it goes like that. All right, so what you got to do, save that. And this is another thing with all of these, you know, USB capture devices. There's really shit ones out there. Yes, Elgato, I'm sure there's many different ones, but I've been using these things forever, and they're great. They're stable. They're quick to render. The file formats are fine. Yes, there are a million different ways to capture this, upscaling, everything, but time is money, and people are not even willing to pay for jack shit. They do not appreciate what goes into all of this stuff and the neglect that's been put upon these poor videotapes, and the engineering of them is atrocious. It was just made for quick sales and, you know, not any sort of archiving, you know, discussion within the boardrooms was never brought up. I just want to make sure that this is done just in case it unplugs. Okay, it's good. So what you have to do is, if you're doing this yourself, you have to take this off. Okay, did I put the screws? I don't put all the screws in. So this is what you have to constantly do with all this stuff when you see it go to crap. And it might not be the video head. It might just be the tape is just generally fucked. So let's eject it. But you don't know until you know, clean it. So you need chamois tips. Get my isopropyl, 99% isopropyl. Where's my goddamn... Oh, where the fuck is that? And those of you that are new to my channel or just looking around, I do swear a lot because that's the only way I manage to deal with this shit. And I'm also from England, and that's what we do. We swear a whole lot. And I really don't trust anybody that doesn't swear. Okay, so where the fuck is my isopropyl? Bottles, plural, there's loads of them. That seems to be the common theme with what I do here is where, there it is right there, is where is this and where is that? Usually where is my phone? Thank God for my Apple Watch. I can find my phone. Okay, so what you're gonna do is lift the lid on the VCR. Oh, God, that gave me a shock. I probably should unplug it, but anyway. I'm sure there's a few trolls that are like, you should be doing it like that. I'm so sick of these know-it-alls that's sitting in their basements. Like, come run a company. Come deal with all this mess on the front lines. And then you'll soon understand. Okay, so look at that. Look at that. So all these little holes here are this is the drum. I'm cleaning the head. And it is just filthy. Look at that. Is that coming through? Look. Zoom in on that. Look at that. That is the filth. Whew. And then you're going to go the other side. And this is why any transfer company, these big corporate companies, they are just got stacks and stacks of VCRs. They're not monitoring anything. They don't stop. They're under the gun. The kids that work there are not skilled. They're not well paid. They don't care. They're not paid to care. It's not their business. They just don't care. Look at that. It's squeaky clean. Actually, that's kind of dry. Just try this a little bit. Give it a little. All right. Let's just do one more go on that. You have to care. You have to care when you're in this business. Otherwise, go do something else. Yeah, see, that's good. That's clean. All right. All right. Spin that around a few times. All right. I'm happy with that. Okay, where's the lid? There's a screw. I only put one screw back in just because it's futile, because you've got to keep undoing it constantly. All right. that's that. Let's put this back. Okay. All right. Okay. And you say a little prayer to the sharp gods. And then hopefully it is sharp. All right, let's see. All right, so I'm going to start that again. Let's just, hopefully it works. And sometimes it could be the video head on the original camcorder. That was common. Give it a, for fuck's sake. Yeah. See, it's coming back. Here we go. All right, there we go. Okay, so there we go. Clean everything. So we'll get on with that. And that's good. I'm happy with that. See, that's what you need to do. And that's why all these companies out there that just show their fancy videos, like iMemories, like the Mark guy that owns it. And they've got stacks of VCRs, top to bottom. Look at all of our amazing technology. But there's not one screen, not one monitor. It's all feeding into a centralized window with like a million little thumbnails. I know guys and girls that work there. And they're just like, yeah, we're not really checking much. If there's a problem, we just blame the videotape. It's so easy to do. But if you want this done right, you got to go to a quality company that's going to be monitoring. You have to have monitors for everything. If you're doing this yourself, you're going to need multiple players. You're going to need cleaning materials. You're going to need small screwdrivers and an absolute shitload of patience and time. Tons and tons of time. So, that's me. It's enough of my ranting and all that stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, just a little thing about the PAL, NTSC, all the problems in between that. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Cheers. Bye. Oh, and if you're in Phoenix, I am by appointment for any, don't just shot, because I usually have the door locked, because I got to get this stuff done. And I'm in the middle of stuff, and I've got like isopropyl, I'm like fired up. And then I got like everything going to shit, and I'm like, hi, and they're like, I got the one, and I'm like, I love you. I got a broken videotape, I think, but I just want the middle of it. But not my grandma, the other grandma. She's gonna be wearing a red dress, and I just got this one, but it's broken. But like, I don't wanna, Anyway, all right, bye.